You'll be able to dance in your bedroom tonight. Okay? All right. So thank you guys for joining me once again. So it's serious business tonight. And I want you to say goodbye to your frigidity headache, all right? So tonight I'm going to be talking about possible cures of frigidity. Okay, so what can you do to come out of frigidity? So we've been talking about it since last week. And of course, frigidity, you see, there's something I said. There is something I said, on broadcast I just did tonight, and I talked about the father. Okay, I said something on this show last week, on Tuesday, that you see, your vagina, let me put it that way, your vagina has like some glands, around it. Inside those glands are juices, juice, that's supposed to be released and make when you're aroused and make love making interesting, make it enjoyable, make it stressless. All right. But people who are frigid finds it difficult to release the juice. Okay. And sometimes they try so hard. When people talk about orgasm, oh, this thing, I feel like everyone like sometimes I used to tell people that the right description or the contraction of the pelvic muscle, the release of some refreshing and exciting enzymes into your system. A lot of things happen when you orgasm, all right? But even with all those description, there is no right word to give the kind of, to describe the kind of pleasure that orgasm gives. So it's something that is very sad for people who are struggling to achieve it and are not able to achieve it, all right? It could be very sad, all right? So tonight, probably, so those of you that have been following me, I've been getting calls, oh, Dr. Tolu, that is my problem. That has been the area where I'm having issues. I just want to believe that tonight you could say goodbye to that headache, all right? So we talked about different things. You must have been able to find an area where your own is lying. Funny enough, solving this problem of rigidity, you have to understand to solve the problem. The first step is knowing the cause of the problem. That was why I need to talk about the causes of frigidity before talking about the cures. All right. So this might actually, the cures I'm going to mention tonight might maybe not work for you 100%, but I just want you to know that if you follow this, who knows? Maybe you could say goodbye to your frigidity headache. All right. So the first step, like I said, is understanding why. So why, if you know why you are frigid, you, in fact, you probably might have solved 50% of the problem. Because if you understand why, solving the problem becomes very easy. All right. So tonight I'm going to be giving you four. So understand. You understand what frigidity is all about now. If you've been following me, you're struggling to experience orgasm. You're struggling to get wet. You have pains when you're having sex. People talk about how beautiful, how heavenly orgasm is. You can't even experience it for once. All right. So I have talked about different causes, and I'm talking about how to cure them. Okay, so cure I have divided into four parts. One is medical, second is psychological, third is education, and the fourth one is talking to a professional. All right, so let me just run through the medical. Okay, so sometimes people have sexual dysfunction, all right, and the right thing to do, in fact, if you have any form of frigidity, I think the first thing, especially when, if you have, if you have followed me, and I talked about 18 points that could be reason why you are frigid. So if you have followed me and you felt like your own fell into the medical causes part, okay, even if it doesn't, I think the right thing to do if you suspect any of this kind of a thing is to go to an hospital and run a test. All right. So sexual dysfunction in women could actually be medical, like I said. And what the right thing to do is to go to the hospital and run a test. And what your doctor might likely do for you is to look at the symptoms and run some tests for you, and maybe probably perform a pelvic examination, to find out what is going on there, or They tell every woman should do pap smear. I don't know if you have been doing that. If you're above 30 as a woman, I don't think anybody should tell you about pap smear. So you can do all that, all right? And then you just run all the tests to rule out whether the problem you are having, why you have not been able to enjoy sex, why you have not been able to orgasm, why you are feeling pains while making love. Maybe the reason why all these things are happening to you is medical. So the right thing to do is to go to the hospital and run a test. All right. Now, and if you run a test, it might be that you are reacting to certain drugs. It might be that you are having a particular sexual dysfunction. Running a test, going to the hospital to find out why, will be able to give you why you are going through all that, and solving the problem will become very easy. Another thing that could happen to you is, you could be giving some drugs that could help you to boost your sexual hormone, certain sexual hormones in your system. There are certain drugs that could be given to you that could help you to boost the hormone. So if you find out that your issue is medical, you need to go to the hospital and find a way to solve the problem. All right. And funny enough, I said something, and I really, really, I want to encourage every woman that is listening to me tonight to take this seriously. Okay, when you are taking drugs, probably, or when you're on medications, let me put it that way. When you're on medications, maybe whether if it's just for headache, if it's just menstrual pain, whatever it is, or you are sick, you've been to the hospital and you are taking medications, always take note, take cognizance of how this medications affects your vagina. You should understand that. I talked about to have a healthy vagina on this show, and I broke these things down. And the point is, there are certain drugs. You should understand yourself to a level where, as certain drugs are entering your mouth, if they are having any effect on your vagina, you can feel it instantly if you are sensitive enough. And that is the level you should get. That's why I kept telling women, understand your vagina. Your vagina is the center of your pleasure. All right. So if you are complaining of frigidity, you are not able to enjoy sex, you need to take time to understand what is going on down there. What's up? I have a book like that, and I think you should get it. Very small book like that I wrote. What's up with your only pot? It's about vagina. What's up with your vagina? All right. So find out, because you can't keep being ignorant of what is going on with your vagina and you want to enjoy sex. It won't work. You need to, these things need to become a part of you. You need to take a mirror. I said that, and look at how does it look, how does it feel. Take care of your vagina, and if you really want to enjoy sex, it has to start from there. All right. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you are reacting to certain drugs, there's a way you feel it. If it's the cause of your frigidity, as you are taking certain drugs, there's a way you feel it in your private part. All right. So it could be medical, and to cure your frigidity problem that is medical, go to the hospital, run a test, and your doctor will administer the right drugs for you. All right. Now, remember I said that most of the problem most of your frigidity problem are actually psychological. Remember I said that. So for so many people in Nigeria, you could see that women are not even calling. When you talk, I'm talking about, although I know that a lot of women are complaining that they are struggling with the phone line. But the truth of the matter is, this topic is affecting a lot of women. And then I'm talking about it and you don't get so many women to call. You get to understand that in this part of the world, we are very, very hypocritical, highly cultural, highly religious, and every woman wants to prove to be a saint. You want to be so holy. And I tell women a lot of time, men are not wired. Forget all those things they are telling you, don't wear long skirts, wear this. It's your choice at the end of the day. But forget it. Men are visual beings. Men are moved by what they see. So there is nothing like, if you don't dress good, it will see. The reason why I'm telling you not to do it, it will still look outside. It will still go outside and be admiring the people that are doing it. Add value to yourself. Men love, I have said it severally on this show and I'm still saying it tonight. Men love, want their wives to be a lady in the street. Maybe not all men, but forget it. In fact, you should be talking about 98%. That's the way men are wired. Want their women to be a lady, want his wife to be a lady in the street and a freak in the bedroom. So forget this your only that you are doing. You be holy before marriage. You are married, you are still doing only. Come on, it's your husband. You don't have alternative unless you do. If you don't, stop faking, stop pretending to be only for him. Get down and dirty. I've said that before on this show. Okay, so I tell you that most of this problem you will find out that is because women are always pretending to be very religious, very holy, very cultural, and maybe not pretend. It has become a part of you over time, and your brain has been conditioned that way. So every time you want to have sex is either is trouble, or because everything that your brain is telling your system is sex is not good, sex is bad, don't talk about it, don't do it. If you act funny, your man will think you are spoiled. If you act in a certain way, the man will think you are a prostitute. What are we talking about? Because all those things have been registered in our brain. That is the way we're brought up. It's so difficult to remove it. That is why most of your frigidity problems are psychological. So if they are psychological, how do you come out of it? Number one, the only solution is to find out the root of the problem. I have said that before. So find out why, and I've talked about 20 reasons why you could be frigid. You should be able to have been able to pick the one that is related to your problem from that. And if you have done that, number two, communicate. Talk about it. Talk about it. Sit down. It is not like you always, you keep folding your body, keep folding everything. Wear turtleneck when you want to sleep, wear jeans. You wear all that when you want to sleep, and the man is like, what is wrong? And you just say, I just feel like sleeping this way. Communicate, talk about it. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you spoiled. Sit down with your husband and talk about these things. Babe, I don't know. I think this is my problem. I think this thing has happened to me before. I think it's because of certain things. Opening up for women in this part of the world when it has to do with sex is difficult. It's difficult because of our background, all right? So to solve your frigidity problem, please communicate. Tonight, after the end of this show, please sit down as couples and have a heart-to-heart discussion. Babe, let's talk about this thing. Why have you been acting this way? Why have you never enjoyed sex with me? Is it that there's something I'm not doing right? Is it that I'm not doing it the way? Explore and talk about it, all right? Number three, the husband or your partner need to show genuine concern. Now, don't say like, every time I will be begging her, every time she'll be lying down like a log of wood, every time you keep talking, that will not solve the problem. Show you see, I tell people, when people call for counseling or therapy, I tell them that now you are fighting your husband or you are fighting your wife, but there is a reason. Let me use this as an example so you understand what I'm trying to say. When it comes to abuse, all right, I am not an abuse counselor, but I actually have a diploma in abuse, okay, abuse counseling, whatever you want to call it, all right. But there is something that is called a cycle of abuse. Let me explain this to you. An abuser will abuse somebody, okay. For example, let's say beating, let's say physical abuse now. He will abuse, let's say he, because it's very common with, now the tables are turning anyway, but let's just use he, okay. He will abuse her. After abusing her, the next thing he will feel bad. He will feel bad about what he did. Oh, why did I do this? I shouldn't have done it. After feeling bad, he will be looking for a way to appeal to the victim, okay, the woman now. And abusers are very irrational when it comes to appealing to the victim, okay. If he has money, he could buy her. He could be changing her cars. You could see that he keep changing her cars. Women who are abusive, who are in an abusive relationship, go and check. They are good at changing cars. Because if the guy really has money, he will be changing the cars for her. Because he's looking for the highest kind of gift he could give to appeal to her. So it will buy gift. If it's perfume, if it's this, it will just look for something beautiful gift to just tell I'm sorry. That's the way they know how to do it. And after doing that, then he will start looking for ways to shift the blame on the lady. You start saying, you see, it's because you did this, it's because you did that, I didn't mean to do it. That way is trying to console himself, to give reasons for why he did what he did. And after moving away from that, he will now start looking for another reason to abuse again. So you start looking for excuses. I think it didn't. She's not doing this one the right way. She's not doing that the right way. So it will start looking for excuse to abuse again. It's like it's testing. It's always testing for it, and he must do it. And he will find, as soon as he's looking for reasons, he will find a reason. And as soon as he find that reason, he will abuse her again. Now, the reason why he is buying the gift, why he's doing all those, women who are in this situation, it's not because he cares. It's because he wants to perpetually keep the victim under his control. That is the cycle of abuse. It will never stop. Now, your husband is abusive, and then you think that the right way to fight this man or to solve the problem is to keep crying or to keep fighting or to keep hiding. So people must not know, people must not know, or to keep telling your pastor, or to keep telling and then they will pray and fast and fast. I believe in the efficacy of prayer. Just leave that. That's not what I'm talking about. But you fast and then sometimes you fight, then you pack your load and you leave the house, and then they beg, and then you come back again. The underlying problem is still there. The point is, this man is sick. This man is sick. So what I'm trying to say, instead of so when people in this situation, I just use abuse as an example. It happens it could be sexual issues, it could be marital issue, it could be cheating, whatever it is. It's like a cycle. Now, what you do is, instead of attacking the problem, you are attacking your husband. I'm using this scenario as an example. Now, if you really want to help somebody in this situation, attack the problem. This person needs help. And the right help is to go out and look for a counselor that could help the man. It is not about hiding. It's not about praying. It's not about fighting him. It's not about packing out and begging. What are you doing? You have not solved the underlying problem. The same way it is when it comes to sexual issue. Stop fighting your wife that she's not giving me sex, so she's not this. So stop fighting her. She has a problem. If you really want to help her solve the problem, talk to a sex therapist. Stop reporting to uncles, daddy. It won't solve the problem. Show genuine concern. That's the point I'm trying to make. Show genuine concern. Be concerned, babe, what is actually wrong? And most of the time, women in this part of the world will never talk, because we have been wired not to talk. All right? But show genuine concern so you could help her to solve the problem. Number 4, desire and make up your mind to enjoy sex and satisfy your partner. Now, for a woman, sex, I have said this a lot of times, if you are frigid, it's just like a little drop of water here, little drop of water here, little drop of water here comes together to make an ocean. Now, so your frigidity could be as a result of little things that are causing them. You need to put them all together, and then you see that things will start falling in place. When Dr. Tolu talk about this thing, it look like, these things are so difficult now. There are so many. It's not. Because as soon as you start practicing them, after some time, they become a part of your life. All right? So the point is, you need to make up your mind. So I say this a lot of time, that women are not like men. It is only in rare cases, in very rare cases. Women are not like men that see the backside, see a well-rounded backside, see boobs and start having erection. Some men has like as many as 50 erections per day. All right? A woman will not just see a fine guy and start getting wet. It doesn't work. It's not so easy. Sexuality for women is more complicated. Sexuality and sensuality is very complicated for women. So now, for you as a woman, you need to desire. There must be the desire. There must be the will to want to enjoy. See, there must be the way that this thing I must put my mind. This thing I must enjoy. The desire must be there. And you must really make up your mind that you want to enjoy sex. If you don't do it, if you don't put your mind there, you won't enjoy it. All right. Then number 4, encourage stimulation. Encourage stimulation. Your clitoris. Oh, I've said I'm going to take the clitoris as a topic. All right. I was reading an article today, and it said, I love that article anyway. You know, I've been doing research on this particular thing, but the way he put it today, I was just laughing. He said, how did he put it? He said, small girls, I mean, small ladies, immature, yeah, something like immature ladies has clitoral orgasm, but matured ladies who understand sex has vaginal orgasm. All right. So, but it's true, because vaginal orgasm is more explosive. But I mean, you are frigid, for crying out like that. You need to start from somewhere. All right. So encourage stimulation. Encourage. Take note of the clitoris, and understand how to touch it. All right. Encourage stimulation. Sensuality, as slow as steady. I think I'm still coming to that. All right. Make constant erotic, non-sexual contact. Make constant erotic, non-sexual contacts. All right. I talked about it when you don't want to have sex. You see, sex for a woman doesn't start at the point of love making. All right. At that point when you just want to get down, it doesn't start from there. It starts from, I talked a lot about emotional connection, and that is the point here. Get connected to her emotionally. All right. She's not expecting you that you are coming from the back, and you are hugging her from the back. You are touching the boobs from the back. She's cleaning, she's working in the kitchen, and then you come, and then you touch the private when you are not planning to have sex. Make a lot of constant erotic, even sexual contact, but not because you want to have sex. So I could call it non-sexual contact. So make a lot of bodily contact. Touch the boobs, even as a woman, you can grab his penis if you are in your house and nobody's looking at you, and you just do that and you smile at you. Do stuff like that. Make a lot of contact. Not like every time. It is only when you want to have sex and you say, come. For a woman, she start feeling like she's a thing. As soon as she start feeling like a piece of material in her head, enjoying sex becomes a problem. All right. Number 7, take time to get involved in relaxing exercise. All right. Massage. I went for yoga for the first time. You won't believe it. Yoga. I've never been there. And I understand, because even in counseling classes, yoga is part of the thing we talk about. So it's something I've always been wanting to do. And so fortunately for me, I found myself in a yoga class last week, Saturday. I've been seeing it, I've been watching it, but I was involved, and I feel like, wow, this is interesting. This is something I should do. I should always do. I'm trying to, my schedule is tight, but I'm trying to say how can include that, even if it's once a week. It's so relaxing. It's so spiritual. I'm telling you, it's so spiritual. So you need to get involved in relaxing exercise. All right. If you, as a woman, you can let go of some negative energies that are piled up in your head through yoga. You can try that. You can massage. You see, as couples, now when I'm talking about, you could do your yoga in your room. You don't have to go to the gym or anywhere, or yoga class. All right. To just put yourself in the mood to expel all the negative energies, and put your head in the mood for sex. All right. And then you could massage. Massage is very, very erotic. Okay. For couples for a woman who is frigid, I wish the man could just lie her down, lie her down flat, and just take your time. Take your time and massage her. Massage her, from the back, every part of the body. Even do some I don't know if you know about that, genital massage. Do a lot of that, massage. Do a lot. Before you finish the massage, if you really know how to do this, she's already in the mood. She's already wet. A woman that has been struggling to get wet for years, if you understand how to massage her very well, she could get wet even before you finish the massage. And you could take turn. If she's also massaging you as a woman, if she's massaging you if she's massaging her partner, she could also get into the mood. It's very easy. So take time to get involved in relaxing exercise that could put you in the mood. All right, that could help a lot. Number 8, use lubricants. Okay, use lubricant. If you are, sometimes some people could actually be making love, and not because you are frigid, not necessarily because you are frigid. You could get wet, maybe at the middle of the love making you get dry again. You could introduce lubricants. Okay, lubricants could be, preferably water based. I don't know what you like. Some are edible, some are, but just use lubricants. I think every couple should have that, really. So use lubricant, preferably water based lubricant. Number 9, master sex positions that reduces pain. All right, for somebody who is suffering from vaginismus, or who has a psychological issue, who is afraid of sex, maybe because she's a virgin, and when she when she got married, she's feeling, how do I have sex, how do I do this? You could easily, there's some certain positions that could help you, that could reduce pains. Okay, so certain positions that, sometimes it could be touching the wrong places, and she's feeling like, I'm feeling the pain too much. You could change position. You could look for positions that will suit her, that could make her to be comfortable. That could help to solve your frigidity problem. Another thing you could do is understand your body. As a woman, understand your body. I tell women a lot of time, your man is not a magician. He cannot read your mind, no matter how skillful. That is why some Nigerian men are, the right way they learn how to make love is either they watch porn, or they go out to drink and their friends say, I touch the clitoris now, you touch the breast, It doesn't work that way. If I touch the clitoris, there are skills in touching the clitoris. Some people will touch the clitoris. You are turning her off instead of turning her on. All right? So the point is, as a woman, you need to understand your body. You need to know there are certain, and funny enough, some men could actually be very selfish. You see, there are certain positions that you can be as a woman. For every woman, there is something that actually works for you. There are certain sexual positions that could drive you nuts, that could drive you crazy. That could, I'm not saying, you understand, that could make you enjoy sex to the fullest. There are certain positions. Look for it, discover it, find it out. It shouldn't be about, Nigerian men, I've seen this a lot from so many of my clients. Women complaining, always one style, 10 years of marriage. One style, 20 years of marriage. Only one style, because that's the style the man is comfortable with. I get this a whole lot from my client. The woman, and most of the time, the woman women in this part of the world find it difficult to say, can we do it like this? Can you come like this? Can you? And the man is trying to, act like a macho man. The woman is trying to use style. Women, stop using style. You are frigid, and you keep being frigid if you cannot talk. Babe, I want it from the back. Babe, I want us to do it this way. Babe, this is the way I want it. I think I enjoy it like this. Say it. It's your husband, for crying out loud. All right? Master positions that reduces pain. Number 10, understand your body, because your mind, okay? Understand your body. Understand your body. Understand places that it can touch, and then you feel electrified, okay? Understand your body and tell him. And men, you are complaining your wife is lying down like a log of wood, she's like ice fish, and she's trying to pass a message across, even though she can't really say it very well. And she's trying to pass some messages across, and you are saying, where did you learn that from now? What is that now? Come on. The right thing to do is to learn. And don't always say, every woman now, just touch the clitoris, just touch the breast. Women, even though they are general, styles or ways or things or skills that work for every woman, you still need to understand the particular person you are dealing with. Every woman body is not the same. All right? And then number 11, remove distraction. Okay, I talked about all this. I talked about, how love making build up for women. I talked about it on Tuesday. If distraction is always keeping you back, taking you back to the bottom of the cliff, you might not be able to enjoy sex. So if there are things that are distracting you, that are taking your mind away from it, please stop those distractions. Avoid it when you really want to get down to avoid your frigidity problem. Okay? Then number 12, reset your brain. This is where the problem is. And you see, when people talk to therapists, I have so many clients. Sex, when your sex life is bad, forget it. Every aspect of your life will be affected. Live story. That is why you are coming to, you a man who is trying to make love in the morning, and the woman is saying leave me alone, or the woman is trying to penetrate and the woman is dry. He tried and tried, he cannot penetrate. He just took his bath and he went to the office. When he get to the office, when everybody is saying good morning sir, good morning sir, look at yourself, what's good about the morning? You'll be wondering what is wrong with Oga. But the next day, maybe he's trying to make love and everything in the morning, that early morning sex, men love it. And he's trying to do it and the thing just fall in place. Yeah, if he gets to the office, good morning sir, I say good morning my darling, how are you today, how are you this morning? Funny enough, this thing is unconscious. The man doesn't even understand that he's doing all this. He doesn't know why he's doing it. It's because the sex life is beautiful. A man who is feeling incapable in the bedroom, forget it. His efficiency is zero in the place of work. A man who is feeling incapable when it comes to the art of lovemaking, when he gets to his place of work, efficiency is zero. That is why I kept telling corporate bodies, partner with us. Let's help your staff. So many of them, they are operating at 10% of their capacity because of the marital and sexual problem they are going through. Talk to us. Let's help you to solve all these issues, and then you just see your output increasing. Like, you can't separate these things from people's life. It's just natural. We are wired that way. All right? Reset your brain. Women, culture, religion has made you to be where you are today. That is why you can't enjoy sex. That is why you can't put yourself in the mood, because you can't do certain things. I don't want to. I cannot. Nyama. I remember. Okay, let me say this. In my counseling, I lecture at the Institute of Counseling, and in my class, I have some, I don't know if they are listening now, some ladies who are, like younger. And then we have like mature, who are like twice the age of those ladies, maybe like 60, like 55. And then we have some who are like 30. We are actually, the students at the institutes are matured students, all right? You notice that everything that the ones in the 20s and 30s, the 30s, the ones they are saying, everything they are saying, the ones in the 60s are always really like, they can't relate, they can't flow the same way. Do you understand? So the way we are wired, especially from those of us above 30, when it comes to sex, the new generation are a little bit liberal, but it's not like they're there yet. Even forget it, this is Africa, is worse, but it's not like it's even okay, even in the developed world. People still have these issues. All right, when it comes to sex, it's all about, no, I cannot talk about it. No, I don't want them to think. There is no magic. You need to reset your brain. You need to make up your mind that I just want to let go. I want to let loose. I want to be vulnerable. I want to enjoy sex. If your husband let him say, where did you learn it? To say, I learned it from Dr. Tolu. Tell him I learned it from Dr. Tolu. If you don't know what to say, because that is a major problem with most women, reset your brain. If you continue like this, your frigidity will continue. You need to reset your brain. I don't know how to explain that, but that's the best way I could say it. Number 13, master the art of foreplay. You see, the easiest way to forget your frigidity problem is understand the clitoris. If your man can help you to, if a man can, I don't know the right way to explain this to you. If you can master the art of foreplay, frigidity, most women that are frigid is because the husband, no, I can't do that. Oh, I can't touch that. Oh, I can't put my mouth there. And you tell them, okay, I saw something online And he said, I can't remember. I think he said, whether 60, 70%, I don't know, I can't remember, maybe 60%. Let me just put it the way I think it is. 60% of Nigerian men will not give a head. And 80%, I mean, okay, like, to me, I feel 60% will not give a head, 70% will not give a head. Okay, maybe 60% will not give a head. 70 will give, 95 will give and doesn't know how to give. They will give, oh, but they are clueless. They think they know how to do it, but they don't know what they are doing. And then about 30% will just put their head there doing nothing. Men, forgive me, but that's the truth. Your wife is frigid because you don't understand the art of foreplay. Every time you want to jump on her, you want to make love, it is open, missionary, you jack and jack, and then that's why you keep calling me Dr. Tolu. This premature ejaculation, I can only last for 10 minutes. What are we talking about? I tell you a whole lot of time, if you know how to, if you master your act of foreplay, give her clitoral orgasm before you penetrate. Even if you can't do more than 3, 4, 5 minutes, you are cool. All right, majority of the frigidity problem is as a result of a man. A lot of men feel like it's hard work now. Why should I be doing it for her? Is it me? Because men, you see, for men too, the way men are wired is like, I have my erection, I want to penetrate, and I want to ejaculate. Erection, penetration, and ejaculation. All the other junctions in between, they don't want it. But that is what works for a woman. And if you love a woman, you want to, at the end of the day, it's not just about her. Because if she's able to put her mind to enjoy it, at the end of the day, your lovemaking become quality. You both enjoy it. Even men, it's not like, it's just, for me, you too, you can testify to it as a man. That it's not all about penetration and ejaculation. You also want to have quality lovemaking. And if you want that, it's like a cycle. What you give is what you get. It's 50-50. She's frigid. She's like a log of wood. She's dry. She's like ice fish. Because you are not doing anything to turn her on. You don't know how to touch the breast. You don't know how to kiss. You don't know how to lick. You don't know how to finger. Master your act of foreplay if you want to solve your frigidity problem. Number 14, fix your relationship issues. I've told you sex for a woman doesn't start at the point of lovemaking. So if you know your husband has hurt you so deeply, and you know every time he's coming to make love to you in your head, you are feeling just do what you have to do in your head. That's what you are saying. In fact, the man to have erection is even trouble, because the erection can sense all these things. Erection can sense it. So when you are saying just do, you are not saying it out, but that's what your mind is saying. The erection is listening. All right, it's I don't know how to explain that to you, but the truth is, if you have issues that are bothering you that cannot make you to connect, please solve those problems. Solve your relationship issue, because if you can't solve it, you can't put your mind to enjoy sex as a woman. And if you can't put your mind there, if you can't be vulnerable, you will be dry. And if you are dry, you turn frigid. Number 15, master your diet. All right, watch what you eat. There are certain food that you eat. I don't want to mention anything on the show, but I mean, because, in fact, let me not go there. Because of all these things that are going on these days. In fact, my final point is number 15 and my number 16, diet and certain aphrodisiac. Okay? All these, I don't know. I'm a sex therapist, but funny enough, I would not recommend your kayamata for you. I know a lot of you knows about it, okay? Kayamata, drink this, drink that, do this. Imagine a woman who doesn't know any part of her body. Or you are dealing with a man who doesn't even know where to touch her, how to touch her, and you are drinking kayamata from now till tomorrow. You are getting wetted. Your wetness doesn't mean that love making will be spicy. It just means that the man will be able to penetrate so easily, and then it doesn't, when women keep asking me, Dr. Tolu, give me something that will make me to be very sweet, that will make him not to go. What makes you sweet? Love making doesn't end only in the vagina. It takes the whole part of your body. So all these things, give me something that will make me to be very sweet, that will make him not to go, unless you are looking for jazz. You need to, it's all about skill. It's about mastering your skill of love making. There's nothing, if your vagina is wet and if you still don't understand the skill, you might still not enjoy sex. So all this, drink that. I believe there are some diets that you could take. There are certain things that you could take that could actually make you to get wet. But with the wetness, you need to still master the skill of lovemaking. You need to still apply everything I've been talking about. So women that are drinking this, drinking that, drinking, if you come to me, of course there are certain things I could tell you that I could tell you to take that could put you in the mood, but I don't want to do that. I'm not even talking. I mean, of course drug is not in my place to recommend drug for anybody, but even all this aphrodisiac that we are talking about, if you take them from now to tomorrow, if you don't solve your psychological problem, nothing is going to change. All right, and that is all. Okay, number 3, I talked about foreplay. I talked, the psychological part is where the problem is. That is why I took my time to break it down. So I talked about the medical, I talked about the psychological, and then education. Education, we need to learn. Women, we need to understand. You need to you need to understand the skill of lovemaking. You need to understand your erotic points. You need to understand your body. And then your man needs to understand your body as well. All right? That is all about education. And finally, talk to a sex therapist. Talk to a sex therapist. In this part of the world, we don't do that. My wife is not giving me, when they call me, Dr. Tolu, I don't know my wife. I'm always begging her for 1 year now. She has not slept. She didn't allow me to touch her. And I'm like, what have you done? I have talked to my pastor. We've been praying. I've called her mom, her auntie. Everybody has spoken to her. I say, who are they? Are they sex therapists? I don't get it. I mean, somebody is having a problem and they are begging her and they are scolding her. How would that solve the problem? You need to find out the root of the problem and help to and solve that problem before the person could be fine. And then, in this part of the world, we want to solve sexual problem by ourselves. Talk to a sex therapist. Most of the problem you are battling with, your wife will not open up. Most times she doesn't even know. She doesn't know the cause of her problem. It is when she gets to see a sex therapist that they could be able to discover what is wrong with her. And when you discover what is wrong with her, that is when it's easy to solve the problem. I've told you, I've mentioned something on this show about one of my clients, and I'm going to end this particular topic on that note. All right? 4 years of no sex, sexless marriage, 4 years after she had a baby. I'll just run through it because I've said it before on this show. And then they came for sex therapy, and she doesn't know. I'm not sure. I can't remember that part, but I'm not sure she's aware that's the problem. But in the process of, therapy, I found her, and I was like, okay, she mentioned something, and like, and when I put to bed, she just told me that, the first time they make love after she put to bed, the husband told her that, when they were making love, the guy was like, this place is not even like it used to be. I mean, talking about the vagina, this place is different. It's not the way it used to be, and that was it. That was it. He just said it, and this lady developed very serious low self-esteem, always covering her body, always doing, she couldn't bring herself to make love to her husband again. I have different scenarios of situations like this, but this one is a simple one, that's why I'm using this as an example. That was when I was talking to her, and then when the husband came in, and I was like, and I told the man, why did you make negative comments about her vagina? And the man was like, when? I said, when she put to bed, because I just saw it. Immediately she mentioned it, I knew that was the trigger. She started covering her body. She started feeling inadequate. She started seeing the stretch mark, the saggy boobs, the budgy belly. Those are the things she started saying about. So she felt inadequate for the fine husband she got married to. This is a very pretty woman. And the man was like, so when the man came out, like, why did you say that about her vagina? And the man was like, what did I say? I said the first time you made love to your wife after she put to bed, you said the vagina is no longer the same. He said, me, when, how? And she didn't know for 4 years they have been having a sexless marriage. And it was like, ow, I love her, I enjoy her, I want to make love to her every minute. That's the way he was talking, and I was like, oh, so but you said this. He said, I can't remember. And I was wondering why this woman cannot open up and tell the husband, babe, why did you say this is affecting me? No. So why I'm telling you this is that so many of you are in that situation. It might not be because of what you said. It might be there's certain thing that is wrong with her. Probably she doesn't know. Maybe she knows. She can never open up and tell you that this is a problem because she doesn't know how to say it. How do I tell her? It's because he said my vagina is no longer tight. That's why I don't want her to have sex with me. It's difficult to say. It's difficult, and a lot of women are in that situation. And of course, okay, so even if your issue has been abuse, probably past trauma that you are going through, you still need to talk to a sex therapist to be able to come out of it. All right. And it's on that note I will be saying goodbye to frigidity. I just hope this particular topic I've been able to help you. I mean, we've been talking about frigidity since last week, and you've been able to, break it down, write down this point, and be able to fix where your problem is coming from and be able to find solution to it through this program. Thank you for joining me tonight, and I will be taking your calls for a few minutes, your questions, your comment, whatever it is you want to talk to me about. But please, leave erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation. Let's not talk about that tonight, okay? Just tell me whatever problem you're having, your opinion, your points, or your thoughts on the topic of tonight. All right? I will be going on a short break, and by the time I come back, I'll be picking your calls. All right?